how we kick it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live. Need light years to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I blast? Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
You got nothing. Watch twins.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's tackled it.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the 40.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL?
No.
Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 53 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
20-yard line.
From the gun again to Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Again, the ball carrier.
Thanks to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's too hot
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. 71 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he puts it through.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26. That one covers 29 yards. First down on the delay. It's Mixon. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
3-yard line.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They get it to him running left, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
At 14. Randy.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. On 2nd down, Dobbins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
The extra point.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Focusing on me, was in Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The Bengal ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. So they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
First down and goal to go.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now left side on the swing pass. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cincinnati.
Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
At the Bengals' 31-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Play action. It's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He may try and run for this. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Calais Campbell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Flushed out right. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mixon with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Calais Campbell on the
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
On the carry.
Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score.
Only good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends, because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 29-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And caught, right side, Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Today's final score.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago.